Let's see how you do under pressure. Oh, yeah. I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay. Hey. Yeah. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Work with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm not one of them, you should try on it. Miss me with all that, I'm on it and next. Whip this up, I send you back to your ex. But good luck with that, this is big as it gets. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Yeah. Oh shoot, they don't let me shoot a whole clip. Firepower in this coalition. We just turned the field into a demolition. It was desolate, but I had premonition. I was training for war, every exhibition, every extra mission, every enemy listening. Get off my dick, I got bad intentions. Make it right every wrong, and I'm back with a vengeance. I show you the ropes. Peace in my town, I can show you the coast. Up in the shots if they wanted to smoke. If you know, then you know. Suited up, my whole team do the same. Don't you forget who created the game. Ready for war, I was born with grenades. The trenches where soldiers are made. Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever.
Hectic connections, ladies. You know we got some.
B-boy, 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 gangland, my right hand game man, my game twin, play dumb like Rain Man. I ain't trying aim man, my guns rat-a-tat-tat-blow. You go bang bang man, long necklace, so I'm part of a chain gang. Cubans, Colombians, brain cane, nosebleed, nose ring, juice like OJ, Greek sex like cool beer. Sega Genesis, you know me. Pay me the streets, you owe me. Koreans, bulletproof sedans, hoops Suzanne. I'm in a Lexus coupe, plus I'm in a catamaran. I'm a warrior, I'm used to the battling, man. Yeah, yo, holla, man. B-boy, 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 B-boy.
What it do, what it do. What's up to the B-boys and the B-girls out there? This your boy Breeze Omega, that's Breeze. In here with just a pop up. There's so much shit going on last night, boy. Woo! I don't think I went to bed till like 4 a.m. It was so much shit popping off, and then I had to go to work. So I was going to jump on before I went to work, right? But I was like, man, if I jump on before I go to work, I might be full of too much energy when I get there, and I don't want them devils to see me having all that energy. They start asking you to do more shit. I want to get there and play dead like they do in the morning. What it do, Miss T with the T? How you doing, beloved? I was watching your joint. Y'all was on there. I was coming home from work when y'all was doing the I think you and the DJ, y'all was doing that tune, name that tune joint. Yeah, I was trying to watch it, but I was on my way home from work. I looked at a little bit of it, but trying to drive my ass home like a fool. Hope you're having a great one out there. It is a lot going on, y'all. I mean, there is a lot. They trying to They trying to bamboozle our elders, Smokey Robinson. I went and read the stories. This sounds like a hustle. It, it, I read the story. It don't make no sense. I don't believe Smokey. Look, Smokey Robinson, he the type of motherfucker, he just got to look at you. It's the tears of a clown. He just looking at your ass, and then She like, hey, that's abuse, Mr. Robinson, you abuse me when you said the tears of the clown. Something. I don't know, but they need to leave the homie alone. They just trying to get them all, man. I'm telling you, this is a grand hustle. They just come out of the woodworks. Y'all telling me 50 years ago. 50 years ago. This is crazy, man. And now him and his wife gonna have to go through what Bill Cosby and them went through. Well, there you go. I feel like this got something to do with Smokey when he came out. Look, I ain't no African American. I'm from here. When he started saying all that, they was like, uh-oh. We got to get him. He's off. This Negro was off cold. Pull out them whips. Trying to get Smokey back in line. But we love our good brother Smokey Robinson, and I'm hoping and I pray for him that everything come out. Shit. They got your boy Diddy out here looking like motherfucking Frederick Douglass. I mean, shit. God damn, Diddy. Yeah, brother. And whoever's doing these courtroom pictures of him, they're a horrible person because them drawings, boy, good Lord. Where they get this artist from? It's some of the wildest, craziest looking pictures. I was going to bring a montage of them over here, but I was like, because let the man go to court. Let's see whatever has to go on. Y'all know the young brother who been out here making oil from plastic and stuff like that. He's been out here with his little machine, making pipes and making oil from plastic and getting water and shit from there. Well, this young brother, this is the second video now. I did it last week. We did a broadcast and we talked about him saying that he went to a car place and something happened weird to his car. He'll explain again right here because he just said somewhere else something else happened to his car. So this young brother might want to be careful. They might be trying to take him out.
So I was on my way to Alabama this morning and I almost died today. If I hadn't pulled over, I literally probably would be dead right now. Because look, my wheel lugs were not tightened back and the wheel is literally coming off. Look at this. It literally is like chamfered. And I was on the interstate going 70 miles per hour. I don't know if this was sabotage or if this was an accident, but if I hadn't pulled over when I did, because it was getting so loud, I probably would have rolled over. Who knows what would have happened. I don't know if the other side is coming off, but this side, the driver's side, literally, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. And now that I made it to the gas station, I just pulled up from back there and my car would barely drive up to this parking slot. So I literally was probably just 1 more mile away from the entire wheel just flying off, and I have a rollover at 70 miles per hour with all my equipment in the vehicle. And so when I was pulling into the gas station off the interstate exit, my steering wheel was shaking. The entire vehicle was shaking. It sounded horrible. It sounded like Thomas the Train, like a choo-choo train, the sound. And I thought it was my wheel bearings again, because that's what I went to put it into the shop for. I did not think it was this. So now my the tire thing, I don't even know what they're called right now, but the things the lug nuts spin onto, they're probably stripped completely. And it's like, oh my goodness. I just got the bearings replaced on both the front wheels and now that. And then course, got to get it towed. But you know what? I'm just grateful that I'm still here, because I was literally probably a mile from death or extreme injury from all of this. That's crazy.
Shalom, B Sparrow. Shalom, the wonderful B Sparrow. Blessing her with her grace. How you do, wonderful sister? Hey, what y'all think? That brother saying he's not sure if it's sabotage, but this is the second time something done happened, and he's saying, hey. Now I'm gonna show y'all a video. I thought this was crazy because they said this was supposed to have been like San Diego or something. Hold on, let me show y'all this video. Yeah, that's crazy too. That happened just the other day, yesterday too. But they said this was San Diego, but I could have sworn I thought this was off the coast of Africa.
The San Diego Sheriff's Department says 3 people were killed, 4 were injured, and 9 others are missing after a small boat overturned off the coast of San Diego early.
He didn't have no Tesla. It's the young brother who if you've seen some of his videos, he makes the oil out of he makes the water out of the oil and the plastic bags. He makes like oil and fuel and stuff like that. Young brother who does all that stuff, and he said, with his machine and stuff, he does that stuff. And I think he's saying that he feel like he being sabotaged, like somebody trying to get him. Oh, because I got my bad. I'm sitting up here. I done muted myself for a second. I was saying, and yeah, he no, it was me. I had muted myself. But I was thinking about how he's saying that happened to him, and maybe somebody don't like him. They've seen him from on TikTok, and they done seen him on YouTube or Instagram or something, and they like shit. We don't like that he's doing this shit, and they might try to, undermine him and take him out. So I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me in this country because shit like this be happening. It be happening like that all the time, and he could get taken out real quick if the brother not paying attention. So, he's whatever his machine extracts. Liquid from plastic, oil, it does all that type of stuff. So he might want to be careful. Somebody might want his product. Remember that one kid in Africa? He developed a machine to extract water, and then next thing, 2 weeks later, he was dead off the side of a hotel building. So, you never know. These people mean business. If they want to get your stuff, they'll get it.
Coast of San Diego early Monday.
Yeah, this looked like
the U.S. Coast Guard and other agencies
right
responded to the scene at Torrey Pine State Beach,
Monday,
about 15 miles north of downtown San Diego, after reports of a capsized boat near the shore around 6:30 a.m. A doctor hiking in the area reportedly told people he saw people doing CPR on the beach when the reports first came in. Coast Guard rescue vessels and helicopters are searching for the 9 missing passengers, while the 4 injured were sent to hospitals. Coast Guard officials say they do not know where the 12-foot boat was coming from before it capsized.
They were fishing. They had boats like this, and everybody had to push them out into it was like a lake and shit. But the lake act like a damn ocean because it got waves and all that type of shit. But that's what them boats look like. I don't know, man. It didn't look like everybody made it out of that. But, Lord, so much happened. And I just want to talk about this. These white supremacists, man. They getting bold out here. They are getting bold. They're getting bold. And remember that story I said I was talking about the other day, and I was trying to figure out about the English chick who got unalived. Remember I said I don't know no Chesters, and I said I wonder if it's a white guy. Turns out it wasn't no white guy. Looked like it was a brother. Got crazed, and I don't know what going with these people who just have cats. I'm gonna say this to people: I'm not roommating with nobody that's like. If I'm a 20-year-old. Especially a woman, ain't no way I would even be roommating with no fucking 40-year-old man. I'm just trying to say, is it that crazy out here now? It must be that crazy out here for rent that you even gotta go through that. But yeah, this is her right here. I talked about the story. I said we would revisit it.
Elizabeth Adunsey, known as Tammy, was days away from graduating when she was found with multiple stab wounds on the kitchen floor of a property, according to Houston police. Police said detectives heard no answer when they knocked on the door for a welfare check, and upon entering, they found
she looked really African in that picture. The other picture, she looked like she was trying to
40-year-old Chester
cosplay
Lamar
FBA.
Grant was arrested on Friday and later charged with
Yep,
murder
there we
after
go.
being taken to hospital in a critical condition, police said.
Chester Lamar Grant. So that's like an FBA name. So yeah, I mean, look at him. He looking like he don't give a damn. So yeah, I don't know what got him snapping. You know, there's been all this crazy stuff, but we still don't know because his hairline does look kind of weird. But you know, so far it looks that way. But he probably got tired of her a goosey soup eating ass. They must have been in there fighting over who cat can go here and where. I don't know. I just know I wouldn't be living with his ass if I was a 28. And if I was a 40-year-old, man, ain't no 20-year-old bitch living in my house. Bitch, what do you want? Get the hell out of here. She couldn't be in my crib. Did y'all see Andre 3000? He had a damn piano on his back. I guess what's wrong with the older chicks, especially like Halle Berry? Like, you just had to pay another white man like a whole bunch of money. I don't know. So look, before black people have a fucking hate crime bill, they're sitting here talking about hate crimes for a goddamn furry. I don't know if y'all know what a damn furry is. It's these people who walk around in goddamn animal clothing or something. Like outfits, like motherfuckers dressed like a fox or a rabbit or something. Well, just see what this is. They beat them up and they talk about hate crimes.
Get away from the kitchen.
Bro, they came up to us, bro.
Yeah, so that's kind of crazy. Like, well, they said stay away from the kids or something. They beat the hell out of whoever the hell that was. But is there a furry community? Because they kept saying from the furry community. Is there a damn community? How do they know if it's a community if you take the fucking shit off? Like, I don't even understand. Like I said, that's what they mean with white supremacy. Unless you understand it, everything else will confuse you. This just more nutty white people shit. They just doing shit that don't make any sense. Just to cover up all their inadequacies and their weirdness. Hey, I like to identify as a cat, or because they're nuts. This system makes you mentally ill. So these people are damn right fucking mentally ill. Man, good Lord. I don't even know what the hell a furry is. Shit's crazy, bro.
For days, Pasco County crime scene technicians and detectives went through this home on Moog Road. Sheriff Chris Nacos says he will not go into specifics out of respect for the victim and his family, but he says his team saw gruesome things in the home.
It was a horrible scene for them out there for several days. It was tough.
Sheriff Nacos says the victim texted his wife on April 19th, saying he was about to make his last delivery for the day for Uber Eats. The sheriff says security video shows the victim arriving at the home.
We watched the video. He's a guy just like everybody else, just trying to make a living for his family.
Later that evening, the victim's wife reported him missing. Detectives then obtained his last known GPS location from Uber Eats and tracked him to this home. Later, detectives found trash bags outside of the home.
Unfortunately, what we found inside of some of those trash bags was human remains.
Detectives then arrested Oscar Adrian Solis, charging him today with first-degree murder.
Damn.
The sheriff says Solis has a long and violent criminal history in Indiana.
Burglary, battery on detention staff. He supposedly stabbed somebody several times while he was in prison in Indiana. So you're talking about a very violent individual that Indiana released and sent down to Florida.
Kalina Rios is an Uber Eats driver who also makes deliveries in this neighborhood and says she is now terrified to work because of what happened here.
I have to think of other safety plans now because I do the same thing this Uber driver do. Dropping off a simple order, it could have been any of us.
You see a big gorilla looking like motherfucker like that. Oh my God. That motherfucking wrong house. Oh my God, yo. And look at him. He like a big old giant Mexican gorilla or something. They need to put him away. But they never do. They never do. They probably gonna let that dude out somewhere and he'll be out unalive and harming somebody else. But the police, they never show up at the damn thing for these motherfuckers. Done chopped up a damn Uber. Shit, I couldn't do one of them jobs like that. I don't driving strangers and I'm like, hold on. Oh yeah, they got another thing now. They have another thing now. They can't just stop at the 100 gorillas. Then everybody has to start taking shots at us. Freak, go ahead and play it, Freak. I'm gonna let Freak tell y'all, cause it's always nuts. Look at Halle Berry. Look what she had on.
Halle, wait a minute. That's good. And Halle, this way on the right.
Courtesy Entertainment tonight.
Halle right there. And Halle on the right.
Fair use, YouTube. You think she trying to get her a new zaddy and shit? Cause she just had to. I know she had to pay that white man a whole bunch of money. recently. She kind of got a kangaroo pouch, you know. She got them titties mashed together. Okay, shit. Put a hot dog in between there and eat it. That's a hot dog. I'm talking about in her titties, because her titties now look like buns. Y'all niggas be weird. You can't even eat a hot dog no more. Off a woman, even. With ketchup and mustard and onions and relish on that bitch. Right through her titties. You might have to do that. I'm just saying. Older chicks out here looking like a snack, so shit. We might as well have an actual goddamn snack. I like that brother, Lamar Jackson. That brother is a good brother. Yeah, they getting bold everywhere. Everywhere you going, black people, right now, you're gonna run into some problems because right now, the yeah, I think that goes with that first fight. I think that goes with this over here. Oh no, that might even be a separate incident. You know, there's so much going on. Yeah, you like she's too old for this. Like, but that's what they doing now. They just coming out. They putting on nudity. They like, I'm like, well, this is all you saw. Did you see the interview with Tracy Ellis Ross? What she was talking about, how she only like young dudes, and that's what they doing now, B Sparrow. This is they're like, man, I'm going down here and get me a young YN, a young boy, a young man, whoever, somebody young, and I'm gonna be naked out here too. That's what they are now. They naked. But look, they done went from 100 gorilla. I mean, 100 men taking on a damn gorilla to now people in the UK are talking about taking on us. And I'm like, we don't even need 100 of us to fight 100 people from the UK, especially with no weapons.
All American men and women tap
Good
in real
Lord.
quick. Everyone's talking about 100 man versus 100 gorilla. Fuck that, I got a new one. 100 British people versus 100 Americans. One big room, no weapons. Who's winning? Us! We would win. Why is this even a question? We not losing to no tea sipping, bean eating, samurai sword swinging down the street dudes, bro. Y'all in the comments talking about some, oh, Americans only use firearms. They never really had a squabble for real, bro. Do y'all watch our fight? Do y'all watch our videos on Twitter? People whip out the fight after the fight. One Tank Davis could take 12 of y'all. Mike Tyson at his age right now could take 10 of y'all. Them Brit shotties over there saying that they can whoop any shotty from America. Y'all go let that slide? You only need 50 men comprised of Florida and Texas men and we already win. Actually, we'll just throw 20 Samoan men at y'all. Me seeing Americans in the comments really saying that we're gonna lose a fist fight with dudes who, instead of throwing hands, they run around with samurai swords 25-8. Come on, bro. Malnourished off of eating straight beans and what's that junk called? Black pudding? We taking that every time. I don't know what y'all on.
Yo, he said malnourished off of eating straight beans. Good Lord. Yo, UK, man. The people don't got a favorable looking of y'all in them beans and that damn black pudding. That shit nasty. You don't want to eat that. You don't want to eat that, boy. Oh yeah, yo, that's fair use. It just, yeah, yeah. So they tried to ask her. Yeah. There we go. We'll get that after that. Well, look, this what went down at a hotel, I believe.
Cameras everywhere. Exactly. I'm gonna make sure they pull it up so they can see how you jumped in my face.
Good.
Ian.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I hope you do.
Yeah.
Can they can see you as well.
And they're gonna see me. You've been disrespectful and you haven't been tolerable at all.
Are you gonna go check out your room or
I don't
not?
want to check it out.
Then get the fuck out of the hotel.
I want you to explain to me what the charges are.
Get the fuck out of the hotel.
God damn, I told y'all, boy, they spazzed.
We don't want to check out the
cancel the
room. I
charges
want
you
you to
wanna
give
check
me a receipt. Tell me what you're charging us
I'll cancel
for.
the room. Here, I'll cancel the room right now. You can check out the fucking hotel. Give me the keys back.
Check out the fucking hotel. Disrespectful. And this is where we're going to spend our money at. You can't even give us a receipt.
I'm checking you out.
I know.
Out,
You're going to give us a receipt because it's not finalized until we get there, right?
Early departure? Early departure?
It's not going to be an early departure. You're going to cancel it because we didn't check in.
Right.
Right.
That would be an early departure.
So you're going to give us 100% of our money back.
Nothing's been charged.
It was charged.
You said you already paid for the room, right?
On a third-party app.
Yeah, so you
and then we come
so
to the check-in. Stop. And then we
so
do an
you
incidental.
prepaid through a third party. You're going to have to go cancel the reservation
back
to
up,
the third party.
Back up. I'm telling you.
Do you understand?
I'm telling you. You're making this bad on yourself.
Do you understand?
I do understand.
And basically, when you do a third party thing, you will have to actually go back through the third party. So like, albeit he's probably pissed off anyway because probably there's something where he don't get no sales and you coming in a third party app sometimes. That happens sometimes, but I'm not saying I'm condoning his behavior. I'm saying this man is clearly being rude. And if it was that simple as that, by having good customer service, that's something that would mitigate them having this whole clash in the first place and having him to crash out. So, and I do hear her gentleman in the side. It would take him good if he just had her to just hush up for a minute. Let me make sure. All right. Okay, so we're not charged by you, but we have to go back to the third party app, like some situation like that. So, sometimes being calm and direct, because it seems this is a conflict of interest, two parties not really understanding what side is owed what in retrospect.
Go ahead and check us out. Cancel our reservation.
I'm doing that.
Thank you.
Early departure? That's
It's not going to be an early departure.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
That's
cancel the
canceling
entire
the that's
thing.
canceling the reservation.
Cancel the reservation so we can get our money back.
Okay.
Now, unless she's
I know
saying
alcoholic
some
when I
reason
see
they
that.
gotta cancel
I'm
it.
very
through
sober.
them.
You're not sober.
Thank you.
Nothing
Oh,
about this
shit.
is sober. Your clothes is messed
Uh-oh.
up. Your hair is messed up. You got a bad attitude. You cursing and carrying on, screaming and hollering. Like, for what? For what?
So, we're good to go. It's canceled.
I would like a
FBI
receipt.
sister gonna take you to task. She's looking at your outfit, everything. I like what B Sparrow said. These hussies getting on her nerves. They gotta stop. Yeah, you would want us to have some type of dignity, but look what happened when Felicia Rashad just said something recently. They was
you
all
calm
over
now
her
'cause it's
bumper.
camera on. You want to do all that hooting and hollering. Where did it show that you had any of the incidents or anything else?
There's no charges. It was canceled. That's why there's no charges on there.
Okay. You gonna apologize? Or I gotta send this to corporate?
What would you like me to say? I was trying to explain that to
You
you.
didn't explain anything to me. We were trying to be in
All right, sis. He just leave him. He crashed out. You got him on video. Don't make him apologize. Because if you have to make him an apology, that's not an apology, beloved. If you have to make anyone do anything, it's not real. They have to come out of themselves to do it. So you can't just make somebody apologize to you. Because it ain't real. Just like you can't make someone say, I love you. It ain't real. It's got to come from them. So remember that, family. Don't ask for forgiveness. Don't ask to be loved. Like Neely Fuller Jr. said, you don't ask for none of that. Because it should come naturally. It shouldn't be something you gotta ask for. Yeah, we got her. Okay, and we want to put Trump in there too, because we got that, because we gotta get some of that in there. What was that one again? Okay, I think that's the Mexico president shit, but this
Mexico
went down in
Claudia
Chicago
Sheinbaum
on
says
Cinco de
she
Mayo.
rejected an offer to have U.S. troops.
Oh wait, this the wrong. Wait, hold on. Wait, wrong.
Mexican
Wrong
territory. During some of the calls, the two.
Fair use,
I just see a
YouTube.
lot of people
Fair
like
use.
just start
What the
scattering.
hell?
People on the floor, everybody trying to get cover. People pushing other people. Definitely some like as soon as I was walking out, somebody's coming back. Like he had got shot in his arm. There was a lot of blood, and like the dude I had seen like on the
this
floor,
was at Houston.
his friends were trying to help him and all, but everything was just like chaotic.
It was like some Mexican thing on Cinco de Mayo.
A mass shooting from the weekend. One man was killed, 15 others hurt at a birthday party on Sunday morning. ABC 13's Brandon Hamilton joining us live.
Think about that. Listen to how they talk about it.
Good morning, Samika and Jeff. It was a very chaotic morning on yesterday. So the cell phone video that you see now, you can see the people running and ducking for cover. That shooting happened just before 1 a.m. Sunday on Cherryville Street. That was in Southeast Houston. According to police, a family gathering was taking place when an uninvited guest arrived. That person opened fire on the way out. Police say guests inside did return gunfire. We're told an 18-year-old man had died in that shooting at the party. The 15 people that were hurt were told 16 to 40 years old.
Damn. Shit crazy. That's why I don't go to events no more. I don't go to nothing with a bunch of people unless I know what type of event it is. You know what I mean? If I'm like, okay, it's in this, because people it goes down nowadays. It can go down anywhere. You got to know who you going to be. You got to ask, hey, who all over there? Who going to be there? I'll come. Sometimes when people want me to come videotape events and stuff for them, I be like, is it gonna be safe? Because I'm not trying to leave my equipment behind, because I gotta get my shit. But I'm not trying to get murked. Word up. There you go. This has been wild, and we got some good things that have been happening around too. All right, this is the president, I guess, of Mexico.
Mexico President Claudia Sheinbaum says she rejected an offer to have U.S. troops fight drug cartels on Mexican territory.
How do y'all
got
it
President
in
Trump
Mexico?
made the
How do
offer
y'all got
during some of the calls the two shared since January. She says while the two nations will work together, she will not accept having the United States Army in Mexico.
But y'all be talking crazy,
Just last
acting
month,
like y'all
NBC
not
News
living under
reported
white supremacy.
Trump considered launching drone strikes at cartels.
You do know
to stop
Sheinbaum
drugs
is
from
a
crossing the
Jewish
border.
name. And so she's like, oh. And then they was trying to get Trump like, oh, you lie about it. And Trump like, bitch.
To Mexico to take care of the cartel. She wants to know, is that true? Do you think I'm going to answer that question?
That's why I'm asking. We'll see.
I will answer it. It's true. Absolutely. Because they should be.
He sound like you on the apprentice.
Killing people left and right.
I will answer it.
They
It's
made a fortune
true.
on selling drugs and destroying our people.
But yeah, like, bitch, you don't want to get rid of the cartels. That bitch knows she don't want no smoke.
Bad news. Yeah, that's
She
true.
don't want no smoke
If
with the
Mexico wanted
cartels.
help with the cartels, we would be honored to go in and do it.
Yeah, that woman don't want no smoke with them damn cartels. But yeah, Trump is a damn nut. Trump had me rolling, boy. He's a fucking idiot. He just be saying some funny shit. But motherfuckers scared of him. Because they like, this nigga crazy. That's how they treating Trump. They like, this motherfucker crazy. I'm not going to be here that long. That's why I came in here. Yeah, they were all canceling. They were canceling Cinco de Mayo, all the Mexicans, the other day. Yeah, I want to hear that part from Ryan Coogler because that is such a great thing to hear what he says right there. We made the film with the audience in mind, meaning he been listening to us. All these spaces, we be doing all that, just standing on FBA business. We rocking the flags, we purchasing FBA merchandise all the damn time. I be looking at how much flags I got. I be hanging my shit up in front of my house too. The white people had nothing to say. They was like, yeah, that's a nice flag. What is it? What does it mean? And I told them. They was like, oh. It was like, that's great. They carry their white asses on. Ain't nobody try to tear my flag down or nothing. I got the American joint, the foundational Black American one, and the Black American one. Look at this wild. This motherfucker right here trying to lose some weight. An employee
accused of trying to
just look at him.
Drugs and cash through Dulles Airport.
You're looking at nearly $55,000 in cash, as well as more than 2 kilos of cocaine.
Young Riaz,
Jose Luis Castillo Rojas tried to bring it all into the country last week. Here's how. The court docs say Castillo Rojas is a citizen of Peru and a lawful permanent resident of the United States. We're told he works for an airline here. On April 24th, he's accused of arriving on a flight from Panama, and during an inspection of Castillo Rojas's...
Wait, how are you a citizen of Peru, but you are long-term citizen of the United States? That don't make sense to me. See, they got to cut this immigration shit out, bro. They got to cut that shit out. Like I said, these people are the ones who bring the drugs, and then they be talking crazy to us. But this is who we bring. This is the face of who brings drugs into America. A customs
officer found 4 bricks, including one that was concealed inside a cake. Ultimately, officials say they found the coke and the cash. Castillo Rojas purportedly said, "Wow, that's not me. I was bringing it in for a lady waiting outside the airport in the car." Investigators searched Castillo Rojas's phone. They say they found communications discussing a $200 payment for delivery of the bag to the U.S.
Just $200? Nigga, oh my God. He going to jail. You going to major jail, bro. They got a whole brick. And that ain't make no sense. But that's who brings drugs in. They showed you that in Cocaine Cowboys. Here's our good brother Ryan Coogler. We're going to get to Ryan Coogler saying that we are the essence of
it's been amazing. We made the film with the audience in mind, but you never know if it's going to connect or not. It's been incredible to see that it has connected for folks and
right.
To hear about people, going multiple times, it just warms our heart because we made the film with that intention to be enjoyed like that. So we just feel with gratitude, to be honest.
See, yeah, because I'm one of those people who went to see it multiple times. That's a good fucking movie. Some people didn't like it. Hey, maybe they don't. I did. I thought the musical score, all that shit had me kind of feeling it. And each time I went back and looked at it, I was like, oh, I saw a new Easter egg. I saw all types of things in there that I was like, yeah, I like this show. It was good to me. It was good. Some people didn't like it. That's their prerogative. You know, I'm not gonna tell everybody you gotta like it. If you ain't like it, that's on you. I'm not even gonna try to go at your ego or nothing. It's on you. These people this generation is cooked, bro. It's cooked. I don't know what these motherfuckers be doing. Here's our brother Lamar Jackson, boy, making sure everybody in the neighborhood.
Come back tomorrow. I'm getting another 100.
Dope. That was dope. That was dope. That brother was out there doing it. Even the truck, the person running the truck said they felt good about that. They said we appreciate it. And that's the brother from the I believe he's on the Baltimore Ravens. I don't really watch the Negro Fetching League, so, but I think he's on the Baltimore Ravens. But it's good to see, people get out here and do things for the community. Yeah, did y'all see what happened with that in New York where the dog got attacked? That's crazy, man. I would never walk my dog through no pit bulls like that. That's called white people being white. And then you got two white people with pit bulls. It never work out when white people have pit bulls. Because pit bulls need a certain type of person, like black people. They need a black person. That to be honest. Even though you got white folks out here running around with pit bulls, there was never no real thing. I don't remember. You had stray pits. That was the problem with pits being strays, sometimes getting loose. But nobody I ever knew who had a pit, they pit ain't never attacked me. You know who we almost got attacked? Out here in Virginia at these white boys' house where they sold weed. And guess what happened? They ended up eating my bro. His name was Connor and shit. He was a cool white boy too, him and his brother. But I remember I was in their house. I remember that night. I said, man, them dogs gonna be the death for y'all. I was like, y'all better be careful. He's like, nah, Breeze, these shit's gonna be all right, man. They ate that white boy. And what's crazy, this is what I be saying, like about $1 million worth of whiteness. Like they kept it so quiet when what happened down there. They didn't tell his parents. I mean, they told his parents and everything, but his parents and them had it play like it was quiet. They didn't even mention that they had drugs in the house. None of that shit, man. I said, if this was a black person, it would have been all over the news like that. Nah, they just play like he just got eaten by a dog by mistake. They ain't mentioned none of that because it was drugs everywhere in there when they went in the house. Because I know we was over there when what's the name was like, his brother called me and was like, yo, Breeze, could y'all come down here real quick? Yo, something happened to Connor. I'm like, what happened? We came over there and we looked in there. I was like, I'm not stepping in there. He's like, please help me, man. I'm like, no, bro, ain't nothing I could do. That's a crime scene. Other motherfuckers is about to go in there. I'm like, it's blood everywhere. Your sneaker print gonna be in there. I was like, the hell I am. I said, look, I'm sorry, poor Connor. I just walked away. I ain't drive back with the motherfuckers who drove me over there. I just walked back home. Cause my house just down the street from there. And I was like, damn, bro. My wife was still alive at that time. I went home and I told her that night, I'm like, yo, Connor just got eaten by his dogs. And she knew too, because she's like, oh shit. She's like, they did eat him? Because we knew. We was like, because she was scared of him. Because we know. I'm like, these are some bad pit bulls. So I was going to show that video, but I don't think I want to show it because, you know. But I would have never walked my damn Chihuahua between two goddamn pit bulls. Pit bulls turn around like, oh, thank you for bringing me a snack. That's how they are. They game. They game for especially little dogs. They can tell it's a dog. So that's a thing that people don't understand. Pit bulls have a thing in them called gameness, where the pit bull can turn up if it's another dog around. If it's another pit that he used to being around, they ain't gonna turn up. But another dog coming around, that's, I don't care if it's small, whatever. That's to turn up. Like, oh, here's a challenge. Kill this motherfucker. So I always say it's never a good thing when white folks have pit bulls. No disrespect to y'all. I'm just telling y'all from my preference. I've never seen them not, because y'all don't be really giving y'all dogs no rules. Y'all be acting like the dogs shouldn't have no. Y'all be having all regular dogs be off the chain when they be owned by y'all. Golden retrievers, and they be bad as shit. If your dog be jumping at people when they come by, that's not trained. All my dogs know. I never have to say really much. Them motherfuckers all know to look at me before they do anything. And if I give them that look, them motherfuckers be like, they'll just lay down. They don't even be sitting no more. They'll just lay the fuck down. Put their ears back. I be like, yeah, motherfucker, you know what time it is. All my dogs been trained like that. Like, hey, motherfucker, if I don't tell you to do nothing, you better not fucking move, bro. And it starts with you just being stern with them. You don't have to whoop them. You don't have to beat them. People think that's how you get a dog to behave. I'm like, no. Would you behave if somebody was whooping your ass every minute? No. You just gotta be stern with them, and you gotta stay with that shit. You gotta stick with it. Like, hey, motherfucker, and using a direct voice and cuss words. Cuss words work. You think dogs don't know? They fucking know what a cuss word is. They be like, oh, he said what? Uh-oh. Because it's an inflection that comes from when you say that. So they gonna be like, oh, all right, I'm off my square. But yeah, I don't think I wanted to show that video, man. Because they, yeah. This story, I don't know. They always come out with these weird stories. I guess it's starting to catch traction. This story about a brother who is a former Maryland football player.
I'll show you a map of just where this is. This is just about 40 minutes north of Orlando.
Get down in Florida, boy. Y'all start tripping.
Williams. He was arrested after allegedly shooting and killing a man on Saturday morning. DeLand police say a fight broke out between several men inside of a bar, and Williams is accused of shooting 32-year-old Kashawn Harris multiple times in the chest, killing him. A bartender was also injured after getting shot in both hands. Williams fled but was later arrested and charged with second-degree murder. Williams is a Florida native and was the #1 safety in the 2020 class by rivals, and he played in Maryland for the 2023-24 season.
What happened, bro? Damn, well, you was the #1 safety. I'm wondering what happened to make him crash out and, like, did he not make it? Did he have did he blow an ACL? Oh man, it's something had to have happened for this brother that he lose himself and, you know, give up on his career and his dreams. Oh, just sad when you see him spaz out, somebody else. Y'all all losing. Y'all all losing in this situation. My young brothers, they got to hang in there, man. Don't crash your life away if you can, man. I don't know what the situation was, bro. You know, we don't know. We don't know. It'd be easy to say, hey, man, don't crash out. We don't know what the fuck was going on. That's in all honesty of it. We don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna show that because that poor dog, man, got eat. That dog got eaten alive, man. Yeah. Let's explain. We're gonna have MLK drop some bombs too.
A tourist was bit by a crocodile at a zoo in the Philippines after thinking it was fake. On Monday, April 28th,
You hear that? You hear that? This just happened recently. You young people are cooked. If y'all think a fake crocodile, this dude went down in there and got next to it. I don't know if it unalived him.
The 29-year-old Manila Bulletin, a tourist visiting a zoo in the Philippines, climbed over a chain link fence into a crocodile enclosure. With his cell phone in hand, he approached what he thought was a fake crocodile. Shortly after, the man was bitten by the crocodile, and onlookers were shocked as they watched the man screaming in pain while the crocodile dragged him through the water, rolling over and twisting his leg further. The rolling of the crocodile is what scientists call a death roll, a tactic used by crocodile species to kill and tear apart their prey. Police reported to the press,
"The tourist was walking around the area. Then he saw the crocodile, which he thought was just a plastic fixture. He climbed the fence and entered the enclosure, and the crocodile attacked him."
The man was eventually saved by a zookeeper who entered the enclosure and bopped the crocodile over the head with a piece of concrete, upon which the crocodile opened its mouth. Reports from the press say the zookeeper had also attempted to stop the man from entering the enclosure in the first place. The police staff sergeant responding to the case said,
"This kind of behavior is very dangerous. Nobody should ever enter an animal's enclosure at the zoo. He put other people's lives at risk, and he is very lucky to have survived."
Boy, clout chasing is a motherfucking drug now. People just like, I gotta get in there and get a picture with this fake crocodile, like not thinking like, motherfucker, ain't I at the zoo? Why would they have a fake crocodile down in the water? God damn, these people today gonna be cooked. And he wasn't no damn simpleton. They didn't even say like he was retarded or nothing. Crazy, bro. And look, man, this energy, cause we said the white supremacists, they've been acting up. Yeah, that Indian guy, they still got him in jail. I guess we'll take a look at that story too. I'm trying to get through the ones that I know I can't hold on for that long. Yeah, I mean, good Lord, how long it took them to get rid of his job. And so this went on in I guess at Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh's Pirates, I guess there was an usher, and then there was an unruly suspected SWS in there acting unruly, and he spit on him, and brother had to give him some knuckle game, and then had to take his belt off and give him a spanking like, his daddy never did.
Hey, what's up?
That brother don't even look like he's fighting. I got a full version of the video. This is a Fox. I forgot this one came from Fox News, because Fox News, they edited to make it look like the brother is the aggressor. No, that white guy was spitting on that brother, and everything. And that brother just said, fuck it, I'm gonna whoop your ass. His energy, y'all not just gonna be out here acting unruly. Black people don't take kindly to that shit. See, if you want to act like this, white people, you might want to pack up and move to South Africa. Go over there to Africa somewhere where you could beat up on tethers. But be careful, you can't go over to every part of Africa and beat up on tethers. But or Africans, because I don't want to call them tethers over there because they stay in their cribs. It's the ones that come over here. This current batch of Africans that have come to America are horrible. They're horrible, most of them. And I don't have a problem saying it. I haven't met a good one yet. Yeah, so that brother, he wasn't taking that. They spitting on him, and he wasn't gonna have that shit. So it's just that energy is like black people not taking this shit no more. So y'all might want to get yourselves together. What did you say, Martin? Who came over here and started getting our resources? Because they like to play like they did something. Go ahead, Brother Martin.
America refused to give the Negro any land. Through an act of Congress, our government was giving away millions of acres of land.
See, all you retards, that's when we were the Negro at that time.
That it was willing to
so when y'all can't understand why we FBA.
With an economic floor.
Because we decided to define ourselves.
They built land grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates.
When they talk about them not giving us our reparations.
Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps.
There you go. That's the people from Ellis Island. Like I try to tell y'all. It's the real shit. Check out Mound City. Mound City Engine. Dropping that real shit. Letting us know right there. That's a book, some stuff we need to check out. Them people came over here. They were brought over here to do all this stuff that it is like it is right now. They had to create whiteness. And that's what they did. And I don't want to hear no white person saying nothing because y'all ain't say, nah, I'm not white, I'm this, I'm that. Y'all took that white badge of courage. There ain't no red badge of courage. Y'all took a white badge of courage. That's what y'all did. Y'all accepted the whole damn thing. And hey, that's y'all motherfucking choice. See how that worked? That's y'all motherfucking choice.
Imagine being in jail knowing you didn't do something and then having a video that shows you didn't do anything, but hearing that your government is still going to keep you in jail?
This security footage shows a woman identified in a police report as 26-year-old Caroline Miller on a mobility scooter with her 2 kids. Miller told police that an Indian man approached her and grabbed her 2-year-old son and pulled him away.
No, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I got him back, and then he just stared at me and then goes, oh, I just wanted to get him out of your lap so you could get up and help me. Which was weird. That didn't make any sense. And then he just walked off.
That man was eventually identified as 56-year-old Mahendra Mick Patel, a real estate investor, retired engineer, husband, and father of 2. Police arrested him and charged him with kidnapping of a minor, assault, and battery.
How has this happened? How was he even arrested?
Merchant provided NBC News with over 9 hours of surveillance video from various cameras inside that Walmart. In the video, you can see see Patel approach Miller. According to the police report, Miller says Patel asked her where the Tylenol was. Merchant says that as Miller stands up to point to where the Tylenol was, her 2-year-old son slips from her lap. Patel says he tried to help stabilize the toddler. The video shows Patel walking off, and he's later seen approaching Miller one more time to show her that he found the Tylenol. She appears to give him a thumbs up. Now, almost 45,000 people have signed a Change.org petition calling for justice for Patel.
Yeah. Y'all might want to leave some of these people alone and stop trying to offer them help all the damn time. 'Cause they damn sure ain't helping you. And for all the people like, oh, the first day of Diddy trial, it wasn't Diddy's first day of his trial. It's the first day of the jury selection for his trial. This is not the start of Diddy's trial just yet. They're trying to whittle through the jury selection right now. I've seen a lot of people making posts talk about, oh, Diddy, first day of his trial, and it's crazy. It wasn't crazy at all. They just ask stupid-ass questions. Because you had some weirdo people connected to certain things. But it wasn't his first day of his trial. It was the first day of jury selection.
Amazing. The candidates are being asked about their own connections to or impressions of an array of celebrities. And with no explanation why, at least not yet. The parlor games have begun, my friends. Everybody is trying to connect the dots between the shiny, famous names and the beleaguered rap star Diddy. Let's just start with the drip, drip, drip of all the names, because the internet is really on fire. What happened today?
You know, Ashley, a lot of the same things. You get asked these same exact questions about these celebrities with no real context as to why. And you really hit the nail on the head a minute ago when you said jury selection's kind of.
Did you hear that? As to no context as to why. Some of you celebrity people better be careful. They might try to draw y'all in this bullshit for no damn reason, because that's what it's looking like.
Selection's kind of boring, but not in the Diddy case. Most prospective jurors who come into jury selection have never heard of the defendant, let alone have an opinion of them. But what we heard today was prospective jurors who were excluded because they flat out said they don't like Diddy going into it. They don't have a favorable opinion. One guy said he believed Diddy has enough money to buy his way out of jail. So those jurors immediately excluded. There was also some laughs in the courtroom today from the attorneys and the judge when one prospective juror said that he couldn't guarantee that he wouldn't be able to smoke marijuana for all 8 to 10 weeks of the trial, so that person was excluded. But by the end of the day, they've added 10 more people to that pool of 45 that they're trying to get, because they're not impaneling the jury, like I said, typically as how we think of it. They're going to have a pool of 45 people who are acceptable prospective jurors. They expect that to be done tomorrow. And from that pool of 45, that is where they're going to choose their 12 jurors and their 6 alternates, Ash.
Look, and that's why I say shame on a lot of you Negroes out here, because Diddy ain't going to get a fair trial. Just because y'all got some damn gripes about what y'all believe might have happened or something might have happened to you, y'all just run with it. Just like that woman's video. Why is she being allowed to testify in there? It's character. It's character assassination in my book, because it has nothing to do with what he's being charged with. But this is what people say and what they do. Look, I don't know the perspective of why. Like I said, when people say, oh, well, he shouldn't have did that. Well, we still here, and that girl even admit that she stole something from him. So what he stole, she never admits to what she stole, but that's what people were saying, that he stole something. That's why he spazzed out like that. So whatever she stole, I don't know. I wasn't there. You weren't there. And that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think he's going to get a fair trial. And you, as your black ass, should be thinking about it too, because if something happens to your ass, and you've been having this wish, because remember the ancestors, they double down and double back. So some of us who've been having this energy out here. We hoping somebody. Well, guess what? Something might happen to you. That's why I'm not dogpiling on it. I don't know, but I don't think the man's going to get a fair trial. That's all I'm saying. Everybody else, you can choose what you want to do or what you want to believe, but I don't think he's going to get a fair trial. Because this white football player, his ass, been getting fucking. He's been kept straight the whole entire time, and nobody got nothing to say about this white boy who been out here, got more than 12 types of people. We got weird dudes talk about Diddy transported them. This don't make any sense. Grown ass men. That's who y'all talk about, but nobody talking about this guy. But before we get to him, let's see why Rui Hachimura is so happy to be back in America and said to hell with Japan, because people like to play like the Japanese are so cultured that they're not racist. But listen,
no wonder Rui Hachimura would rather lose 50. Directly refused.
Sure ass down. There you have it. They was giving Rui Hachimura the business over there in Japan. So he said, fuck Japan. I don't blame him.
One of the most decorated kickers in
the outcry
NFL,
on this guy
NFL
right here?
history is out of a job amid allegations he was sexually inappropriate with more than a dozen massage therapists. Justin Tucker was the Baltimore Ravens place kicker for 13 years and one of the best in the business. The Baltimore Banner website reported more than a dozen therapists.
And they've been talking about him for damn near 13 years.
Behavior. Tucker says the claims are false and he has not been charged with the crime. In a statement, the Ravens did not mention the allegations, saying it was a tough football decision to let him go.
Yeah, whatever. They got rid of him because of that. And see, he's white, so he's never getting any charges under a system of white supremacy. They might now that he lost his job, they might go be like, okay, yeah, let's charge his ass now. But I'm just letting you know, in the system of white supremacy, they don't see white women as valuable like that. Y'all really not. And women as a whole, you're not valuable. And they trying to intimidate this brother, but they won't let his family.
No, there were no indications at any point that he tried to break, stop, or otherwise avoid Deputy Henderson.
An Ohio man has been charged with aggravated murder after police say he struck a sheriff's deputy with a car. Prosecutors say the case is linked to another killing the previous day.
This is the most unusual case.
On Thursday, a Cincinnati police officer fatally shot an armed 18-year-old as he
y'all
ran from what
unalived
police
his son,
described
and then y'all
as a stolen
lied.
car. Authorities say Ryan Hinton
it.
was one of 4 men who were fleeing
y'all
after
lied.
officers found
It
them
don't
in
matter.
the car.
Y'all
An
keep
officer says
mentioning
it appeared to
stolen car.
him that Hinton pointed
Yeah,
a gun
he
at him,
fled.
but the officer's body camera footage does not clearly capture the
That's
moment.
a lie.
The officer who shot Hinton has not been publicly named.
Nope.
Police
Nope,
said they
'cause it
recovered a
ain't
handgun
true.
they say Hinton
We
had been
done
carrying.
still
It
shot
had
at
not
those
been
pictures.
fired, according
You
to
white
the
people-
Cincinnati police
That's
chief.
a lie.
Ryan was a sweet, gentle
That's a lie.
giant. We as black people, we
They
don't deserve
carry
to be
two.
killed.
They carry
Just
two
because
weapons.
we're
So that
running
cop
away
could
from
have
the
pulled that
police.
gun out of
Being in a
his
stolen car, having
his
a firearm,
shoes, out of his sock.
firearms. We're in Ohio.
Police be
you know,
lying.
So you can open carry in Ohio. So that's not a death penalty.
The next day, his father, Rodney Hinton Jr.,
Yeah.
became distraught while watching police body camera footage of the killing. His family attorney told the Cincinnati Enquirer. Hours later, prosecutors allege Hinton purposefully struck and killed long-serving Hamilton County Sheriff's Deputy Larry Henderson as he was directing traffic.
Y'all can say purposefully all y'all
He was a
want.
cop killer. I think he was not in his right mind. And I think he should be treated like any other mentally ill person that commits a crime under the auspices, control, and authority of a mental defect in the condition. That's what we have in this case.
Well, see that brother cop right there did not. You it's called under distress. You know, when something happens, like, you know, for like some white folks, they call it a crime of passion. Like if a white motherfucker kill his wife or some shit, they'll be like, oh, it's a crime of passion. This father was distraught, and he just saw the enemy in the enemy of all these people because he see and he know. And we just saw what happened with Tyree Nichols. They let those tether cops off, those damn Jamaican tether cops. They let them off for killing that brother in Memphis, Tennessee. We beat that brother to death, and the white people who were the jurors acquitted the police. These tethers. So, yeah, the hell with all that. The hell with all that, as I say. This is a fucked up precedent, and that was breaking news an hour ago, that they just acquitted them fucking cops for killing that brother. That means white people have chosen their tethers, and that's what it is. Game on, then. This has been a special broadcast by your brother Breeze Omega. That's Breeze. Salute to Young Riaz, the Drip King, for coming through. Y'all want that UK rap? Go check my boy out. The lovely, lovely B Sparrow. The lovely Miss T with the T. Go check out Miss T with the T. Lovely Miss B Sparrow. Be over there with our lovely sister, Miss April Showers. Look, April Showers, look, she's talking about Puffy. So, yeah, y'all go check that out. Check the family out. Y'all get out there. D-Love, if you was on the backside, stay up. Stay blessed up. Much love to you, beloved. And everybody out there, y'all have a great one. Y'all enjoy yourself. I may be streaming Diablo later on Twitch. But other than that, y'all have a great one, man. I'll catch y'all on the flip side.